Christian, this is Lola Montes.
Yuri Montez's daughter? Oh, wait a minute. You're too young to be this girl's mother.
Lola is my stepdaughter. Lola's mother is the reason why we need to leave Colombia and get as far away from Ray as possible.
I don't believe it.
Ray Montes is right here in Lambia.
Who's Ray Montes?
McBain just got back from South America. He found out that Chris was in a prison there under the name Ray Montes.
He found Chris?
Well, not exactly. He was gone by the time he got there.
I'm sorry, honey.
But we just found out that Ray Montes showed up in Lambia. About a week or so ago, he's here on a child custody case.
Here? Yeah, I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Wait, are we sure this is the same guy? I mean, Montez can't be that uncommon of a last name in Colombia. Come on, Talia, you don't think this is one big coincidence, do you?
Look who he's in a custody battle with.
Dorian Lord?
Nora, I am so glad you are here. You can be a witness. Ray Montes has won custody of Langston, and that is because of you. You are the one who dug up that criminal. You brought him here to Landview, and you probably gave him the idea of taking her out of the country to Colombia. Well, I'm not going to let you get away with it.
Dorian, if the courts have taken Langston away from you and awarded custody to her uncle, that's a legal matter.
You are responsible for it.
That's ridiculous. It was a judge's decision. There's nothing I could do about it. Nothing you can do about it either.
Hey, you two look serious.
Well, Marco, you have a lot to think about.
Yeah, like what Dr. Lord is going to do to Mr. Buchanan now that she knows the truth.
Yeah, did you see the look on her face when Cole told her that Clint Buchanan was the reason your uncle showed up here? Yeah, it was the look she always gets when she's going into Kramer women mode.
You should have seen Star's mom yesterday with the principal. She was awesome. Kramer women do not back off of anything.
No matter what the courts say, I am a Kramer. Well, I think you should tell him that.
What the hell are you doing here?
He's here to take me away.
It'll be easier for us to talk in my office. So, what's up?
I think you should answer my question first. Why are you carrying around a file on Mom's death?
I was just trying to tie up some loose ends.
What loose ends could there be, John? My mom's dead.
Then click on full story. Find out the names of the men who raped you, or you can choose to let that go. Plan for a future with me and this baby that we're gonna raise together. It's up to you. So that's it then. Now you know.
Yes. Now I know.
So what are you gonna do about it?
Some cold case files got moved around when Bo became commissioner again. This was one of them. That's what I meant by loose ends.
Oh.
What was it you wanted to see me about?
Langston.
Star's friend.
Yeah, she's like a sister to Star. And Dr. Laura wants to adopt her.
Oh, okay. Well, beyond the obvious, what's the problem?
Well, it turns out that Langston has his uncle that she never knew about. All right, the guy shows up about a week ago. He's already gone to court and gotten custody of Langston, and he plans to take her away with him.
Didn't Dorian hire a lawyer to fight that?
Are you kidding? Yeah, she went nuts. And in fact, when the judge gave custody to Langston's uncle, she went so nuts the judge threw her in jail. She just got out like a little while ago. And you know, if I had a bet on it, it would be her hands wrapped around Clint Buchanan's throat right now.
Why? What does Clint have to do with this?
After the custody hearing, I walked in on Clint and Langston's uncle shaking hands. Clint was thanking Langston's uncle for a job well done. Yeah, Clint is behind this whole thing. And so I told Dr. Lauren.
Did she go nuts again?
No, she was actually kind of scary quiet. But she knows that Clint wants this guy to take Langston away from her.
Payback for her taking B.E. away from him.
Right.
Rich people, man, they got too much time on their hands. Is this uncle of Langston's legit?
Well, he's got all these legal documents and things, and he also has photographs to prove that he's Langston's mom's brother.
So what Clint's doing is unethical, but not necessarily illegal.
Let me see. I'm not sure that Dr. Lord's gonna know the difference. But when I told her that Mr. Buchanan was behind this whole thing, she told us that she would handle it.
You are about to destroy an innocent child's life, and you can stand there and be so smug about it? And you, Nora, you're a mother. You have a heart. I mean, how can you stoop so low as to go along with such a perverted plan?
I have to go get ready for work.
Right. I mean, how can anybody with a modicum of decency go along with this plan of yours? What kind of a person are you?
The kind of person who doesn't roll over when somebody tries to destroy my family. You stole Buchanan Enterprises from me. Did you think I wasn't gonna fight to get it back?
An eye for an eye? Is that what this is about? I took your company, so now you're going to take my daughter?
Pretty much.
I'm not letting you take her anywhere.
Me either.
Your loyalty to Langston is to be admired. But I did not come here to take her from school.
Then why did you come here?
I needed to obtain the official copy of your records to send to the school you will be attending in Colombia.
She's not going to...
Marco, it's okay. You didn't need to come down here yourself to get those records. You could have had the school email them or fax them.
That's true. That's true. I wanted to look around this place and see what kind of education you are taking here in Landview. I wanted to be certain you will not be disappointed with the school in Colombia. And I am satisfied.
That's just all that matters, right?
I will be going now.
No, I want you to stay.
You do?
Yeah. I want you to see what my life is like here. I want you to understand.
I think I do.
No, you couldn't possibly understand unless you had a daughter of your own.
So let me get this straight. You want me to take you and Ray's daughter back to the States with me?
Yes, in exchange for my help.
But your help doesn't include me being able to call my family. Vanessa, I already told you, my brother's a police detective. He might actually be able to help us.
You've told me all about your brother. And I got you out of that prison and I told you what I want in exchange. And when we get to America, and when we are far away from Ray, you can call anybody you want.
But Ray's your father.
Senor Vega, Lola wants to get away from her father just as much as I do.
Why?
Because he murdered her mother.
It's only one thing I can do. Start to live my life again.
But the article. Are you saying that you can forgive?
No, this isn't about forgiveness. It's different this time. But one thing I do remember about my work is that emotional scars, heartbreak, humiliation, terrible loss, all that pain can come flooding back with the right trigger. You see a photograph, smell certain food. Anything that sparks the memory can bring back the pain. Something hideous happened to me at the hands of these three. And I can't control what memories are going to come back to me, but I can choose to walk away from them now and not give them the satisfaction of hurting me again. So, that's why I didn't read the story.
Oh, you didn't read the story? Oh, but I thought you were going to.
No, I, hit exit. Appropriate, don't you think? So I hope the nightmares stop now. Because I'm saying goodbye to my past. Choosing the present and the future that I have with you. So the past can't hurt me anymore.
ABC's One Life to Live, brought to you by Revlon.
Dorian, you co-opted my grandchildren's inheritance. Nash Brennan, he's dead because you took over BE. And it wasn't even business. It was just revenge. Revenge against me because I dumped you for Nora.
Oh, please. You got a murderer out of jail to take my daughter away from me. That's worse than anything that I ever did to you. It's revenge of the very worst kind.
Dorian, I am not out to punish you.
You've gotten a pervert to take my daughter out of the country.
Don't you get it yet? You're not going to lose Langston. So long as I get BE back.
Ray Montes is the only living relative of Langston Wilde, Dorian Lord's foster daughter. Apparently, the court took custody away from Dorian and awarded it to Montes.
Who, up until a week and a half ago, was in a high-security prison in Colombia.
Yeah, but according to this, all charges were dropped.
I'm confused. Why was your brother using this guy's name?
Well, according to John, there was something quote-unquote hinky about the way Montes got out of prison. And maybe they needed a body with Montes' name on it, and my brother was elected. John also said that he had a witness who thought he saw Carlo Hesser at the prison.
Of course he's involved with this somehow. So, we're thinking that Carlo Hesser got Montes out.
I don't know.
We need to find out if Montes had any connection to my father.
More importantly, we need to find out how Christian got out of that prison and where he is now.
Okay, this is getting really complicated. Why don't you sit, please? Sit, and, let's start from the beginning.
All you need to know is that Ray Montes killed the woman that gave birth to his daughter.
I heard it happen.
I'm sorry.
Lola's the one who called the police.
And that's why Ray's in prison?
We put him there. Lola and I testified against him at his trial. I don't know how he got out, but I do know that he is free, and he wants us both dead.
I have every intention of treating you as if you were my own daughter. I want what is best for you. But from what I have seen here, you will have a much better education in Colombia.
Well, Landview High always gets good marks.
And that's just for academics. There's a lot more to education than just what you learn in the classroom.
I know that. That is something that concerns me deeply.
What, do you have something against the debate team or the drama society?
No, I am sure those things are supervised. But it seems to me that students here pass a little too much time with activities which are unsupervised.
Okay, let me get this straight. You're taking Langston to Colombia because I'm pregnant?
What would you like me to do?
I don't know exactly. Langston's just really worried about me talking to you about this.
Why's that?
Well, you know, the uncle's got custody for now. But the cops get into it.
I might have no choice but to see Langston go with the uncle.
Right. I'm just afraid Dr. Laura's going to screw this up and Langston's going to have to go away. Right? That would kill Star.
Could pay Dr. Lord an unofficial visit, see what she's up to.
Now, that would be great, except...
Except what?
I don't think she should know that you're there because of me. Maybe you could just say you're there to see Mrs. Manning.
Blair.
It's not exactly a secret. But I knew that you'd find someone else sooner or later after my mom died.
Look, Cole, that's not what...
I like Mrs. Manning. You know, you should have seen her yesterday. The principal was trying to kick Star out of school until she had the baby. But Mrs. Manning fought her on it. She was really awesome.
Maybe we should get back about Dorian and Langston's uncle.
Yeah, okay. Just one more thing.
Name it.
Just don't forget about her, okay? Don't forget about my mom.
No, I think the worst thing I can do to those men is to live my life and be happy. Starting right now with you.
Sure, great. Fantastic. Where the hell is Janet?
I don't know.
How'd you get down here anyway?
Came down the stairs by myself.
Wow, I didn't know you were strong enough for that.
Yeah, I didn't either. Had another nightmare. And I woke up and you and Janet weren't here.
Yeah, sorry about that. I should have been here. I was at the paper.
No, it's all right. It's all right, because if you'd been here, I wouldn't have tried to go down the stairs by myself. Wouldn't have realized how strong I had become. And I wouldn't have found the computer.
So it was a good thing.
Yes. I mean, don't get me wrong, when I woke up, I was terrified. But after I saw that picture, I wasn't as afraid, I was more angry. I wasn't gonna let them ruin my life all over again, so I deleted them. Yeah, strange way, I know, but I fought back. To protect the life I have with you. But I did find one thing that I've been missing.
Looks like he was in prison for murdering a woman with no possibility of parole. Then all of a sudden, turns out he was falsely accused. The charges were dropped, and he was released.
Wait, look at the time that he was released. Look at the date. It had to be close to the time that Christian got there and was given his identity.
So do you guys think maybe they realized that Chris was innocent and they released him too?
Well, if that was the case, then they would have told John, or Christian would have gotten in touch with us by now.
So, my father arranged for Christian to be in that prison. Maybe he also fixed it so that he would be in the uniform of a murderer named Ray Montez.
Excuse me? Did you say a murderer named Ray Montez?
Yeah. If that prison is corrupt as John says it was, then someone would have to have paid a lot of money so that Montez could escape.
Well, I think the key to finding Christian is finding out who that person was.
I can't believe this. You're acting as if you can trade my daughter's life for your company?
Dorian, I can make things happen.
What kind of things?
Once I get BE back, Ray Montez go away.
How can you guarantee that?
People who suddenly appear can disappear just as suddenly.
Specifics?
I can put Ray Montez back in prison so fast, it'll make his head spin.
Forgive me. I want to take Langston back to Colombia so that she may learn about her culture, her history. I want to show her the world because she is my sister's daughter. It has nothing to do with your circumstances.
Good. Because Star is the best friend that I've ever had in my life. Star and Marco, Cole, this place, this school. That's my culture, my history. This is where I figured out who I was. Where I started to realize that I have my own dreams about what I want my life to be. Star and I have been through hell here. But we've had really good times, too. I made music here. I wrote my own show. I learned that hard work could pay off. Marco and I had known each other our whole lives, but this is where we really saw each other for the first time. You say you want to show me the world? This is my world. It's where the people that I love are. I know what the courts decided, but the judge didn't say that you had to take me away from here, away from everything that I love. Please don't ruin my life.
I won't forget your mom, Cole. Never. Couldn't even if I wanted to.
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about her lately. I guess it's because everything that's happening with Langston. I thought about what it would be like to have someone come out of the blue and say that they were my family. My mom always said that we were the only family each other had.
If I remember correctly, you and Langston became pretty close after your mom died.
Yeah. And for a while there, I thought that she was the only one that knew what I was feeling. And she was so happy when she became part of Star's family. You know, Star and her were like sisters. And Dr. Lord was so good to Langston. That's why all this just really sucks.
Is there any chance she can be happy with this uncle?
He wants to take her away with him. I mean, you should have seen the look on her face, John, when she heard that news. It was like she was losing her mom for the second time. And I'm not sure that I could survive something like that.
When I came downstairs, I opened the front door, and I felt the breeze. And it felt so wonderful just to stand there. It's been so long. And all I could think about was the day that I had to step outside and rejoin the world.
You're not a prisoner here, you know. Maybe it's time you did get out. One Life to Live will continue in a moment here on ABC. How would you like to go for a ride?
Well, when?
Right now. Come on.
I'm not dressed. I'm still in my nightgown.
Looks like you're dressed to me. I'll get you a sweater if you want. Come on. What do you say?
Let's go.
I'm really sorry about your mom.
Thank you. I miss her.
You know, you had to be pretty brave to tell that story at the trial.
I had to tell the truth for my mother. I loved her very much.
But as long as Ray is walking around free, Lola and I are not safe.
Please, take us back to America with you, Senor Vega.
Lola, would you let me speak to Senor Vega alone for a moment?
Yes, I understand.
I fear for her life more than for my own.
This guy would kill his own kid.
Oh, yes. And me. And you. Simply because you're here with us.
What makes you think he won't follow you to the U.S.?
I have considered that. I had these passports made up. They were very expensive, but it's fine work.
I'd never know they were fake.
You can make the arrangements and buy the plane tickets under those names. And Ray will be expecting 2 people traveling together, not 3.
You planned this out pretty carefully.
As soon as I found out that Ray was released from prison.
But if Ray's as smart and as dangerous as you say he is, why hasn't he found you here?
Lola and I have moved several times, and no one knows we're here. I've been very careful. You know, but it's only a matter of time before Ray finds us. That's why we need to leave here as soon as possible. The sooner that Lola and I are out of the country, the sooner we will be safe. And the sooner you can get back to the people who love you back home.
Okay, so the Senor Montez gets pardoned out of the blue, immediately comes to Landview and suddenly gets custody of a young girl. This is worse than I thought.
What do you mean?
What?
Well, I saw the look on your face when we said the name Ray Montes. Is there something you know?
No, Langston is a good friend of Cole's, and I knew that Dorian had lost custody of Langston to Langston's uncle. I just had no idea that the man had been in prison for murder.
And miraculously released.
Kind of smells, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Can't imagine having to give up a child. To give up Langston to a man like this. Well, this will be the first time I've ever said this. I feel sorry for Dorian.
So you want to make a deal?
That's what business is. And I'm a businessman. And this could be the simplest of transactions. Once our lawyers go through everything, the bank will set up a stock transfer. Excuse me. In fact, I have taken the liberty of drawing up a little agreement between us.
Oh, I see.
Don't hurt yourself looking. There are no loopholes. And once this is signed, Buchanan Enterprises comes back to me. Langston goes to your custody. Ray Montez disappears. And everybody lives happily ever after.
Sorry if seeing that file, that photo, brought back memories.
It's okay. It's stuff I live with every day.
I know.
It's because of the way she died. It's like she just disappeared. And sometimes I catch myself having these daydreams where she comes back.
Yeah.
Every time I think about her, there's always this one day that keeps coming back to me. You were giving the two of us a ride somewhere. It was last fall, and all the windows were down, and her hair was just blowing everywhere. And she was laughing, and I remember thinking to myself, for the first time in a while, she really looked happy.
Where are we going?
Does it bother you when I talk about my mom?
No. No, I like it.
Like I said, it's just because of all the stuff that's going on with Langston right now.
You had a tough year. Things any better between you and Star?
I still wish she hadn't decided to give up the baby. I'm not gonna lie and say I don't want to raise my own kid, but she thinks we won't do a good enough job raising it. And I guess I have to learn to accept it.
Yeah, you do.
But in the middle of all this mess with Langston, I think Star and I realized that we could still be friends.
Well, that's good, Cole. You know, if this uncle takes Langston away, Star's gonna need a friend.
I know.
And you never know when you might need one, too.
Look, I hoped you were listening to her.
Yeah, you keep talking about all these things that you're gonna teach her, culture, whatever, but you don't know anything about her life up to now. I mean, yeah, it's cool that you found her, but your sister, your own sister, wanted to raise her kid here. Doesn't that mean something?
Do you really think that you're going to be making up for lost time? She's going to be so miserable. She's not going to be able to connect with you at all.
Now, if you cared about Langston at all, the way that you keep saying you do, then you would let her stay here with the people she loves.
Yeah, and the people who love her. Do you see what kind of friends I have here? Can you understand how important that is to me? If you had any compassion at all, you wouldn't take me away.
Okay, so Ray Montez is at best an ex-con, at worst a murderer who got himself cleared and could be involved in Christian Vega's disappearance.
We could pick him up.
I see no reason not to bring Senor Montez in for questioning.
Maybe, spring Carlo's name on him, in case he is connected.
No, he's definitely connected, which is why he's here. So why don't we pick this man up and give him a proper Lambie welcome?
Oh, I think I'll go with you. I'm very anxious to hear what this man has to say for myself.
Let's shake on it, huh? I know, it's always difficult to admit defeat, but that's all right. Handshake was just a formality. I'm glad that we have a deal.
Who says we have a deal?
I assume we do.
Never make assumptions. This is a really complicated decision, and I'm just gonna need a little bit more time.
You can't be serious.
Deadly.
You came in here ranting about how much you love that girl and how it's just going to destroy her. In a way, I offer you a way to get custody back, and you got to go somewhere and think about it?
We're talking about a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate here, Clint. I cannot allow my heart to make a snap decision, not under these circumstances. My goodness, I worked for a very long time to take that company away from you. I've known Langston for a year.
Dorian, this is not a game. That girl's future is at stake.
So we both know.
If you don't return B.E. to me, I guarantee you she will end up in Colombia, and you may never see her again. Are you willing to let that happen, just to get back at me?
Look, I will stop by Dorian's a little later.
Thanks. Thanks for talking about the other stuff, too.
Anytime.
Yeah, I don't really have anyone else who knew my mom the way you did.
I was lucky.
Me too.
Cole, I'm not supposed to use my cell phone in school.
Yeah, I just wanted you and Langston to know that John McVaney's on our side.
Really? Cole, that's great. Thank you. You've been such a great friend.
Friends are important.
You know what? I gotta go.
It is very clear how much you care about your friends in this place. But my mind is made up. You are very young. The time will come when you will see that this is the best thing.
Haven't you listened to anything we said?
You're going to ruin her life.
Ray Montez,
I am Ray, yeah?
we need you to come with us, please.
Are you arresting me?
No, sir. We would just like to talk with you downtown.
Why?
We have some questions for you regarding the disappearance of Christian Vega.
Who is Christian Vega?
Feel my love, Christian. Wherever you are in the world, feel our love. Let it keep you safe and bring you back to me.
Why did Ray kill Lola's mother? And how did you get out of prison? Who arranged that?
Now is not the time for questions. If we don't leave soon, Ray will find us, and Lola and I will both die.
All right, just get her back out here.
Lola!
How fast can you pack?
You're gonna help us?
I'm gonna take you somewhere your father can't touch either one of you. You're going back to Lambie with me.
Ray Montez has already been declared Langston's legal guardian, so if he wants, he can have her on the next flight out of the country.
Tell me something I don't know.
Do we have a deal or not?
I already told you I'm gonna need some time to think about this.
What is there to think about?
I'll get back to you on that. So long, cowboy.
She'd never give up Langston.
Jackie, it's Dorian Lord. I need to continue discussing with you that situation immediately.
Ah, this is so wonderful. God, I feel so free. And not just free of that bedroom, free of my whole past. I am so happy in this moment.
Are you?
Yeah, it's like a new beginning.
It's possible.
One unbelievable story.
All that matters is who you are now.
I'm sure she'd feel that way if she knew that you raped her.
Now, you won't believe what happens next.
You falling in love with me?
This week, a shocking proposal.
Marty, will you marry me?
One life to live.
What happened?